Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone, this is MEDHA in my YouTube channel Sports Passion by MEDHA. Last two videos we spoke about some problems that faces the players, especially the juniors, in their squash matches. Today we're gonna speak about one of the problems that might face. When I say faces the players, not every player, but I mean the majority. I mean a large number of players, of junior players, from the maybe the under 11, under 13 till maybe under 17 and up. So one of these problems today is when a player starts missing 2 or 3 points in a row. What happens when you as a player you find yourself that missing 2 or 3 points? If you think about it, if we miss between a bad return, for example, a bad serve, out serve, or a stroke against, or unforced errors, you hit the 10, or out. If we talk about 3 points every game, which is sometimes it can exceed 6 points, and you're playing like 5 games, so you're talking about 15 to 16 points the whole match. If you're talking about three points a game or 4 points, yes, about 15 or 16 during the match. So the whole match. So you give gift to the other player more than one game. Game to 11, so game and half. So if you played 5 games, you give him game and half, and you only played 3.5 games. If you played 4 games, you give him 1 game. So he has to win only 2 games, not three. So that's a really big problem. So what we shall do when we find ourselves starting to miss more than 2 points. First of all, some players they stay maybe 3, 4 points, 5 points, and then they figure out there is a problem. What I'm saying is when you think there is you're doing something like and you make you miss 2 points, you have to in your mind to stop for a second, for a couple of seconds, take a deep breath, think about it, and what I'm doing now. For example, serve return, and you're trying to drop the serve return, and then you miss. So you change the serve, and then he plays the other player play for the from the backhand. Then you drop the 10 again. You cannot go and keep doing this for 4 or 5 times because in your mind, I have to get this ball. I have to drop it because yesterday, for example, in the training or in the clinic, I was doing it and it was okay. It was working. Why today is not working? I can keep doing it. Or there is a high ball and you're trying to hit the neck and it does not count, doesn't count, so you hit it again. Every time you're looking for any shot to play, so in your mind, I want to play this neck. I know that I can play it. So what I'm telling him at this point, relax. You don't need to get it right now. You don't need to hit the nick right now. Try not to be a bit stubborn. You cannot hit the nick right now or the volley drop from the serve. That does not mean you don't do it. No, you play it. You're very good at it. But now at this point, it's not working. So what we need to do is, if I'm doing, for example, a return of serve drive and it's coming to my body twice, I don't need to stay for 4 or 5 points. At once, I hit a cross court. If I play a return of serve drop shot, I play a drive. If I'm hitting a cross court and it's coming in the middle of the court, I have to change it to drive because if I keep doing it, it's not coming. There is no any new result. Don't expect any new result. Okay, so at once I have to do that. I'm not talking about the return of serve. If you go to the front, for example, somebody hit a post and you go to the front, and every time you hit a drive, it's a stroke because it's short. You have to realize that now the drive is not working. It does not mean it's not going to work for the rest of the match. No, might not work for the game. So I don't have to hit a drive. I can hit cross court. I can hit a small trickle post from the front. If I go to the front, for example, and I hit a cross and it's in the middle of the court, I can drive. And all this I should have several options. I should have quality, yeah, not quality shot. I should have like different options, like drop shot from the front, triple boost, straight cross, so variety of shots. This is what I'm trying to do. Okay. Some players also they do this mistakes in a very critical point in the game. So I'm, for example, 5-all or 5-4, 6-5, and then I play a bad shot. Say drop shot from the back of the court. I do a drop shot, and then next row I do it again. So I wanna prove to myself that I can play it. So I was 5-all, and all of a sudden two drop shots in the 10, then stroke against, then a lucky shot, for example, from the other players, 5-all, 9-5 in a second, in a minute. So you gotta be careful when you feel like there's something happening again and you're not working. Don't keep doing it. You need at once to breathe, and there's to reset. And we're gonna talk in another video in a different kind of how to reset during the game in points. Not only to do the goggles, to dry your goggles, okay, there's some different kind of it, but you need now to stop, reset, breathe, and do the opposite of what you're doing. As I said before, and I don't want to repeat it again. So make sure that in some points it's very critical. If it's 2-all or 3-2 in the game, in the beginning of game, is no problem if as long as the score is in the beginning of the match, But it's starting from 5 to up, 6-5, 6-all, 7-6. Try not to do the risky shots. If you want to do a return of serve in the neck, you can do it, right? But when you are, for example, 4 or 5 points ahead, there's a gap between 4 or 5 points between you and the other player. So if you're 2-7 up and then he play the serve, you nick it and you miss it, it's no problem because you're still 4 points ahead. Okay, so there are some critical points. It can change the whole match, not the whole game. So you're supposed to be 6-5, and then you hit a bad shot, then 7-5 or then 8-5, 9-5, then you lost the game, and it can affect the whole match. So gotta be careful on that. Thank you for listening. I hope you benefit from our video today, and I hope to see you one more time in another video with one of the problems that can affect the player during the match. Right.